What life hacks have you personally found that improve your life? Under promise, over deliver. This is a great one in business settings. Do you know how long your 1 hour photo takes? I'll give you a hint. Everyone processing your photos is being paid minimum wage. I'll have this over to you by tomorrow evening. Awesome! Thank you! Send it at 8 p.m. the same day. It's the first thing in their inbox, and you are such a hard worker. Gobble gobble, more biz. Stretching. Fixing a general feeling of lousiness or discomfort is usually just as simple as stretching for a few minutes, I've found. People don't realize it, but sitting all the time actually makes your quads and lower back very tight. Leaning forward to look at a screen or looking down to look at the phone also really screws up the muscles in your neck. Everyone should be stretching and doing some range of motion exercises like yoga or Tai Chi, but most people also think it's stupid and they have zero interest in even trying it. If you are having a problem or have to make a decision, explain the situation to someone or talk to a toy out loud. A lot of the times, you'll find your solution. AKA rubber ducking. Talking to a rubber duck to vocalize their problems. And then there's Donald ducking, vocalizing your problems until you erupt in violent, incoherent rage. Train your dog. When I was a kid, my parents' definition of trained was shit outside, a very low bar to meet. So as I got older, turns out you can teach them to not jump up, charge through the door, pull on a leash, actually come when called, leave the room on command, get off the couch, even keep them off the couch when you aren't there, and hold still when you clip nails. A year or two worth of consistent training with positive reinforcement will give you a lifetime of stress-free pet ownership. My father never trained our dog. He was a good dog in general, just by happenstance, but you know, sometimes he'd get excited about things and jump around all dog-like. My dad would scream, "Settle!" at him, and get so angry that he wouldn't settle down. If you don't teach a dog what a command means, how do you expect the dog to follow it? You might as well be yelling, "Tortilla!" or "Asbestos" at the dog. Cleaning a little bit every day. I say this with so much respect, and I keep my house very clean overall. But it is really hard to do this, and really easy to beat yourself up for not doing it. It makes perfect sense. Spend 20 minutes cleaning each day after yourself, right? Then, duh! Your house will always be clean/presentable. Alas, there are times where it seems easier to summit Everest than to deal with the laundry you've been putting off. So to this I say, the mental health life hack is to cut yourself some slack if you don't. Clean a little bit every day, and instead appreciate doing what you can. As I just read in some random post the other day, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. It's better to spend 30 seconds brushing your teeth than not at all. If it can be done in less than 2 minutes, do it right away. Save me from so many undone chores that waited around for days before. The shirts hanging on the back of my chair right next to the hangers has entered the chat. Cooking saves so much money. Alternatively, not cooking saves so much time. It's a case entirely dependent on each individual's needs and priorities. Eat some fiber and you be pooping. Or as my granny would say, eat right and you'll poop regular. Eat right, poop right. Just focus on things you can control. Trying to care about things you just can't do anything about will lead you to burnout. This is Stoicism. This practice really is a game changer. I've reduced how I categorize folks in my life to 3 areas: people I love, people I wish well, and people I hope heal. Nothing else. No grudges, no lingering anger, no longing lust, no wishful thinking. If we interact in a way that leaves you memorable, there's only one of those 3 places to sit. It's been therapeutic to not need to hold on to such things. I love this, but I know I'm not evolved enough to not hold grudges. Okay, I'm gonna put a relatively boring one. I got a tray. Not a fancy schmancy one, but one from a dollar store and it's super sturdy, made from some kind of wood, and I literally use it every day. One trip up and down stairs safely transporting hot drinks for my SO and I. It can carry multiple snack bowls. I can deliver food to the table faster when I have guests over. Afterwards, I can stack dirty dishes, and it's one trip to the kitchen sink. I can keep my drinks on it at the office table, and because it has sides if anything spills, it's contained on the tray and not on my table. I got another tray when I was fostering kittens, and it was one of the best tools for fostering. I can transport all the food dishes so no one is left behind during feeding time. I have all the meds and syringes and towels and wipes all ready and together on the tray when it was time to give meds. I highly recommend getting a tray, even a small one. Trays! Très bien! No idea what you do for a living, but you should definitely be selling trays. If you are already selling trays, kudos to you for being so good at it. There is a concept called the desire path. It is a path created as a consequence of erosion caused by human or animal foot traffic. The path usually represents the shortest or most easily navigated route between an origin and a destination. There are two ways you can handle the desire path: trying to fight them, i.e. replant grass, block them, etc. Accommodating them, i.e. turning them into real footpaths. I've found that life is so much easier if I look for desire paths elsewhere, day to day, and try to accommodate them. For example, I'd often not untie/retie my shoes and bend the back out of shape. Instead of assuming I'll one day get the motivation to do it correctly, I just purchased moccasins. It was inconvenient to charge my phone, so I would often be dead when I go to use it. So I put wireless chargers in the lazy places I often set down my phone. Adding small trash bins to areas where trash would sit. Adding small trays to areas with loose bric-a-brac, etc. The desire path is a human psychology phenomenon. My only point is that it applies to all walks of life, rather than just walks of life. That is excellent advice. I'm actually going to say that. A friend of mine who was in the army told me about a new artillery school that had been built. The school commander told the builders not to put down any new footpaths between buildings for a couple of years. Sure enough, over time, the people at the school wore desired paths between the different buildings, and the commander told them that that's where they should pave. Beautifully simple, organic, and efficient. Date yourself, as in take yourself on dates. You're the only person you'll spend every moment of with the rest of your life. It's worth developing your relationship with yourself. Treat yourself to nice evenings where you do nice things for yourself. Make yourself a steak dinner and eat by candlelight. Take yourself to that show you want to see. If you treat yourself like someone you love, you will love yourself. When you love yourself, your life will feel incredible every day. I've been doing a lot of solo camping, solo theater nights, etc., and it's a great feeling. I went on a work trip with my husband and played tourist by myself for a week. It was the best vacation I've ever had. I got to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and it didn't have to do anything I found boring. I've taken myself to movies, musicals, concerts, and lots of restaurants. I make great company. No solo camping though. I watch too much true crime and have too wild an imagination for that. Full delete of Facebook. It's nice because I can now spend more time on Reddit. Control what info you give others. Say what you have to say concisely, then stop talking. If they have questions, they'll ask. Don't anticipate questions and answer them preemptively. Be prepared to answer those questions, but don't overplay. Exercising outdoors is the best thing. If you can't decide between two things, throw a coin and see if you are happy with the outcome. If yes, go for it. If no, take the other one, and if you still don't care, go with what the coin says. My laundry room is also my closet. I hate hauling laundry around. Resting for 20 minutes when I feel overwhelmed. It's like my brain does a reset and I can focus on the task at hand after the rest. Listening to podcasts/YouTube lectures whilst I clean. Don't put it down. Put it away. If you are procrastinating something or having trouble focusing on a task, try counting down from a number. It can be any number, really. I personally like 6. You can try it in your head or out loud. When you get to 0, you might feel motivated to get back to the task. Doesn't work for everyone, but works for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Goodbye.